Close your eyes and try to go back. Past your graduation. Past your first day of school. Past the time you lost your first tooth. Eventually, you will hit a wall. A thick, impenetrable fog that marks the beginning of your existence. For most of us, life starts around age 3 or 4. Before that? Nothing. A complete, digital-like erasure of your own history. You were there. You felt the warmth of your mother's skin. You heard the laughter of your tribe. You saw the world with eyes full of wonder. But if you try to access those files today, your brain returns a 404 error, memory not found. Tonight, we look at why the most formative years of your life have been wiped clean. Why, for 99.9% of us, our own origin story is a mystery. In this video, we explore the phenomenon known as infantile amnesia. We dive into why your brain performed a hard reset on your childhood, and will discover that this isn't a failure of your mind. In fact, your body isn't broken, it was just building the foundation for the person you were meant to become. Think about the sheer volume of data you processed in those first 36 months. You learned how to walk, defying gravity for the first time. You learned the complex architecture of language, turning random sounds into tools of survival. You learned who to trust and who to fear. These are some of the most difficult skills a human being ever acquires. And yet, the hard drive that recorded them seems to have been formatted. In a recent poll, when asked for their earliest memory, over 26,000 people shared a similar frustration. Some remember a flash of a red balloon. Others remember the smell of rain on a porch. But these are fragments, mere snapshots from a movie that has been deleted. Why would evolution, a process that prizes information above all else, design a brain that forgets its own beginning? To understand the infantile reset, we have to look at how the brain actually builds a memory. In the center of your brain sits a small, seahorse-shaped structure called the hippocampus. It is the librarian of your mind. Its job is to take the raw experiences of your day and file them away into long-term storage. But in a toddler, the librarian is overwhelmed. During your first 3 years, your brain is undergoing a process called neurogenesis at a rate that will never be matched again. You are growing new neurons so fast that the wiring is constantly being ripped out and replaced. Scientists believe that this rapid growth is actually what causes the erasure. Imagine trying to write a book while someone is constantly adding new pages and burning the old ones. The new neurons, while essential for learning, disrupt the existing circuits where early memories were stored. This is the infantile reset. Your brain didn't lose the memories because they weren't important, it lost them because it was growing too fast to keep them. It traded your past for your future. For over 300,000 years, the human brain was sculpted by the harsh realities of the African savanna. Our ancestors didn't need to remember what they had for breakfast at age 2. They needed to learn how to survive. Evolution made a choice. It decided that a child's brain should be a learning machine, not a recording device. If your brain was preoccupied with storing every minute detail of your infancy, it wouldn't have the bandwidth to master the complex social hierarchies of the tribe. You needed to learn how to read faces, how to mimic sounds, and how to navigate the small circle of 150 people, the Dunbar limit, that meant life or death. The reset is a filter. It clears away the noise of infancy so that the signal of adulthood can take over. But here is the haunting truth: just because you can't remember those years doesn't mean they aren't there. Psychologists call this implicit memory. You may not remember the specific day you felt abandoned at age 2, but your nervous system does. You may not remember the lullaby your grandmother sang to you, but your heart rate still slows down when you hear a certain frequency of music. The first 3 years are the operating system of your soul. You don't see the OS when you use a computer, but it determines how every single app runs. Your attachment style, your deepest fears, and your capacity for joy were all programmed during the years you've forgotten. The infantile reset wipes the data, but it leaves the coding behind. You are a house built on a foundation you can no longer see. Today, we live in a strange era. For the first time in human history, we have an external memory. We have thousands of photos and videos of our first 3 years on our smartphones. We see ourselves blowing out candles on a second birthday cake, and we think we remember it. But we don't. We are just remembering the photograph. This creates a biological mismatch. Our brains are designed to let go of that period, to move forward into the tribe with a clean slate. But our technology forces us to look back, creating a ghost-like version of ourselves that we can see but cannot feel. We are the only generation of humans who are haunted by the digital remains of a childhood our brains purposefully tried to delete. If you feel a sense of loss when you think about your missing years, remember this: the architect doesn't leave the scaffolding up once the cathedral is finished. The scaffolding was essential, it was the only way the walls could rise, but its purpose was always to be removed. Your first 3 years were the scaffolding of your consciousness. They were the silent years when you were learning how to be human. You don't need to remember the first time you felt love to be a person who knows how to love. You don't need to remember the first time you were brave to be a person of courage. Your brain didn't delete your past to hurt you. It deleted it to give you the space to build a future. The next time you look at a baby photo and feel like you're looking at a stranger, don't be sad. Smile at that little stranger. They are the silent author of the story you are writing today. Because your body isn't broken, and your memory isn't failing. You are simply the beautiful result of a necessary reset. What is the very first thing you can remember? Was it a sound, a smell, or a feeling? Drop your earliest memory in the comments. I'm curious how far back your tribe can go. If this exploration of the human echo resonated with you, consider subscribing. We are a small tribe here, trying to remember what it means to be human in a world that wants us to forget. Until next time, keep listening to the echo.